Gottschalk, president of My Digital Money. Yeah, so Kazakhstan is, I think, second in terms of mining in the world, US being the first. And that's because they have a lot of excess energy. They're pretty close to China compared to the US. And so when China banned mining, Kazakhstan was a natural choice to move their equipment over because they produce a lot of, they have a lot of oil and gas, and they're a net exporter, and so a lot of the miners came and took a lot of the energy, and that wasn't planned, and so there was some energy failures. I think there was a blackout in June, and so the energy minister basically started cracking down on mining and kind of limited how much power the miners can use. And then they started looking at ways to produce more energy with renewable energy, and they're making a lot of headway there. And so I think one lesson that we can learn from this is, let's think ahead and let's look at, what are the mining demands that are going to be needed for all the upcoming technologies, and actually plan for this. Instead of waiting for a power failure, and use renewable energy, because obviously that's going to be the most efficient and less detrimental to the environment. So in the US, I think we can look at more ways to plan and then produce the right mix of renewable energy, right? Because we can't just do solar or do just hydro, right? That won't be enough. There's not enough silver in the world to meet the demands. To be able to use solar to meet the energy demands. So look at the right mix and plan ahead. That's basically the lesson.
Do you think we're planning enough?
I don't think we're planning as much as we can plan. But luckily states like Texas, already had a lot of options for renewable energy. So some states are doing better than others, but I think we can do more to plan in advance to kind of look at, innovators should come to the table and work with governments and think ahead, like, okay, what kind of, like this whole Web 3.0 that I was mentioning, what is it going to take to get there, right? Is there going to be a lot of decentralized applications that require, the proof of work algorithm, which means that you need to have more hardware, more mining. So what is that going to look over the next 10 years? And do we have, the right planning in place for that? Not just, looking at the next year. Let's look at this revolution that's happening, right? This Web 3.0, and what is that going to look like from a mining standpoint?